So for our first exercise we're going to do today, we're going to do what's called speed burst. What speed burst is an exercise that was inspired by Scott Tennant's book Pump and Nylon, in which he had an exercise also called speed burst. So what I did is I took it from his book and I adapted it to kind of my own style to kind of work on more specific little things that we're going to talk about during this video. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and zoom on in to both the left and the right hands so that you can see a little more clearly what's going on. So for the speed burst exercise, the way we're going to set this up is we're going to put our pinky on the 12th fret, the next finger on 11, the next finger on 10, and the next finger on 9. Okay? On the quarter notes, you're going to use only downstrokes. And you're going to do 4 quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to the next finger and do 4 more quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next finger, 4 more quarter notes. And now here's the burst with your 8th notes. This is the first time you're going to use your upstroke. After you finish that, you repeat that. Now after you do your repeat, next time you'll burst on 2 fingers, and then you'll repeat. Then 3 fingers repeat, and then 4 fingers on repeat. So here's what it's going to sound with our metronome at 80 beats per minute. Now for this exercise, we only did quarter notes with speed burst of 8th notes. As you feel more comfortable, you can take this to any kind of level you want. For example, I do it at 12th fret because that's a nice comfortable position for me, and it's a nice comfortable position for a lot of different types of hands, whether they're small or big. But if you're on the bigger side of hands, you can slide it down to maybe like the 8th fret or the 5th fret, somewhere a little more comfortable for you. And as you get more comfortable, if the quarter notes comes pretty smooth, what you can also do is maybe do triplets. You know, where you go triplet, triplet. So you really kind of do whatever you want, in the fact that you want to work on whatever you need to work on. If it's triplets, if it's quarter notes, you can speed it up, you can slow it down. This exercise is just great, just for all around working on different exercises and trying to really get that upstroke and really get that coordination on the right hand to the left hand. Okay, now so far with this exercise, we've talked a lot about the right hand, trying to maintain your nice and even rhythm, and trying to work on your upstroke. But with the left hand, there's a lot of little things you got to focus on, and there's 2 in particular. One of them is trying to keep your fingers as close to the fretboard as you can. One of the major habits I see students do is they bring their fingers way out here like this, or as they get further down, they might like tuck especially their pinky underneath the soundboard, or the fretboard, excuse me. So as you can see, what they'll do is they'll kind of do like this. And as you can tell, I mean, it's not going to be very efficient, very fast to go from underneath the fretboard all the way up to here. So as you're playing with this, you want to just bring your fingers just above the fretboard. to pause right there. What you'll notice is, look at my pinky. Look how close my pinky is right here. So even though I'm doing the little burst down here, my pinky is ready to go. Okay, so as soon as it's ready to hit, the pinky's ready to go. Okay, and then you can repeat. So one of the things to focus on is trying to keep your fingers as close to the fretboard as you can. The next thing is, when do you push down? Now this is going to sound real simple, because a lot of the method, it does sound real simple, but it's really a lot harder than it is to do. Now, what you want to do is, just you'll notice when you push down, your fingertips will actually turn white. I don't know if you can see this in the camera or not, but your fingertips will actually turn white. If you'll notice when you push down right here, if you look at your fingers and you push down, it turns white. And that's kind of as a sign. That's how it lets me know, especially as a teacher, as to when you're pushing down, if you're trying to cheat or not on this exercise. So what you'll do is, about beat 3 to beat 4, that's when you'll actually push down the next finger. So I'm going to keep this really slow at first. 1, 2, push on 3, 4, 1, 2, push, 4, 1, 2, push, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay? So what you want to do, like I said, is just about beat 3, and that's when you push. The reason why you do this one is that you don't have all your fingers down. If you have all your fingers down, you're just going to wear out your hand. This exercise kind of progresses into some other things such as bar chords, where holding this stuff down, your hands are going to start hurting. So what we're doing right now is trying to just minimize the amount of energy you're having to use with your hand. Okay, and this is also going to be good for what's called planning. Later on, when you get into more advanced chords or more advanced arrangements, things of that sort, when you're moving fingers around, you got to get your fingers used to being able to be ready to go when they're ready. Because you don't want to be pushing down right on the beat. You want to have your finger ready to go, so you can have a nice smooth legato sound, which is a smooth sound. Okay? So there's a few little things to focus on, and just work on the exercise. Again, keep it slow at first and slowly build up your speed. And I hope you enjoyed this little lesson.